Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thanks for joining us again at Side Hustle Live. Today we have my two awesome business partners, Robert Rollins, Tomer Saran, and my brother from another cerebral mother, Alex Steeno. Thank you very much for joining us. So happy you guys could all be here again on a Tuesday. And Alex, I haven't seen your face in a long time, and I'm super, super happy to see it again. How's everything
going? Man, it's been a minute.
Yeah, yep. So we went over how to play the game. Alex plays at home. He has a copy. He actually played last week. We were just talking about that. But right now, we're going to get started with the first round. So Alex is going to be, as the guest, he gets to be the investor first. And the first card, the first business, is going to be DigiSilk. DigiSilk. And that is going to be in the industry of 11. We rolled an 11, so that's fashion and retail. That kind of lends to a nice, easy first pitch for all of us. All right, sure. So we will put 1 minute on the clock. I will be the clock man, and then Alex, while we're figuring out what DigiSilk's going to be in fashion and retail to pitch you, whether we get the Funny or Fundable card, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, how people can get in touch with you, awesome things, what you've been doing? Are you painting? Are you rock climbing? Are you fighting crime? What you've been up to?
Yeah, thanks, Tim. No worries. Yeah, guys. So my name is Alex Steeno. Known Tim and Darby for quite a long time here, and I'm splitting my time right now. Actually, due to COVID, I'm splitting my time between Austin, Texas, and Joplin, Missouri. My girlfriend has some family up here, and so we ended up just kind of buying a house and hunkering down for the time being. And someday it'll be a rental property, and we'll come back. But stay busy. I have a small consulting practice where I work in analytics, tracking conversion events, on the marketing side as well, across acquisition, conversion, and retention. So just building out mechanisms to support digital businesses of all kinds, e-commerce, anything that really has a transaction or deal flow that happens online. I work in that area on the growth side of it. I partner with really good product people who are maybe their zone of genius is not in scaling. And so that's what I look for. And I love people with good vision and people who build products people want.
Excellent. Perfect timing too. Perfect timing.
Tim, why don't you turn the sound off on that just so we have it good? Because I really like.
No, you don't like that sound?
I don't.
No, it's anxiety ridden. Yeah, no, yeah, it definitely is.
No, good. It's all good. We just have visual. Alex, that's awesome, man. Who's the perfect person to reach out to you? Out of curiosity, we
were just talking before the call. There's a woman we know who we're considering partnering with right now. She has been operating a brand of essentially like body products, so like soaps and sprays and all kinds of this. She has a great brand and has been doing this for a while. She really knows the customers, but when it comes to digital presence and acquisition and tracking any of this to see what actually generates return on investment, she has none of that, and so that's like a perfect way to get involved. Size doesn't matter so much to me as long as you can fulfill demand that we bring, and that's really what I'm looking for right now.
That's awesome. That's very cool. Well, maybe we can come up with a few brands for you right now that you can
love it.
Scale for us, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, guys, so give Alex, me DigiSilk.
Yeah, who do you want to go first?
Tim, you're already there.
Oh, no, okay. All right, okay, let's do this.
Squeaky wheel.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So DigiSilk in fashion and industry is the world's first augmented mirror that allows you to try on clothes that you've seen on TV. So anytime that you're watching Amazon, you can go to the X-ray feature, and not only now can you see the actors in that particular scene, you can actually see the clothes and brand that they're wearing. It could be anything from accessories to shoes to sunglasses, which is also an accessory, to anything that is on their back or pant or legs or butt, whatever, that area. It is very easy to do. You can go ahead and look at it. You can save it for later as a favorite. And then the next day or later on that night, you can go into your bedroom, stand in front of your DigiSilk mirror, and try on these clothes. Try on these clothes virtually. That is DigiSilk.
Tim, I have one question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Now, during quarantine, I have taken under the lofty goal of rewatching all of Game of Thrones.
Yes.
And so does your product find me the closest related thing? Like if I, when I see Robb Stark leading battle against the Lannisters, can I wear his cloak? Will it give me that?
Yes, it will. And there's also an upgradable feature that if you want to go fashion forward with DigiSilk, you can pay a little bit extra a month because, we do have, we do need to charge a premium. We do have costs that will allow you to, it'll make suggestions based on that style. So you can put together whole outfits based on a pair of sunglasses or based on a pair of shoes. Yeah.
So meaning that like I could stand in front of the mirror and it would be like, wow, you would look awesome in Khaleesi's dress, right?
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I could wear just a Viking helmet, nothing else, and it would put together an outfit around my Viking helmet.
Sounds like Valhalla to me.
One click sell.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Color me intrigued.
And we know Tomer wants to dress like Khaleesi.
I'm just saying, mother of dragons right here. Right here.
All right. Tomer, lay it on me.
Sure. So, DigiSilk in fashion and retail. We are the next biggest construction company in the world. What do? We have a massive army of robotic silkworms that will build any structure like that for you. Do you need a new house? The super strong actual robotic caterpillars will build whatever you want. It's essentially 3D printing on crack. Do you need a brand new Golden Gate Bridge? Well, it might be a little different color because it'll be clear, but it'll be awesome. And these little worms will make you squirm with money because you will be rich. Kicking in, DigiSilk.
Love it.
Get it.
That's amazing.
Wow.
It's dangerous.
Darby, I dare you to follow these two ideas.
I was born for this moment. All right. DigiSilk in fashion and retail. COVID, it hurt us all. We had planned an amazing weekend trip out to Las Vegas for yet another fantastic weekend of EDC that was unfortunately taken away from us far too soon and against our will. I know you feel it, Alex, Tomer. I'm not sure about you.
Oh, yeah.
Tim, of course. But the problem is now that we're in this digital environment, festivals are pseudo coming back, maybe not as much. Everyone still wants to party and rave while they can. Enter DigiSilk. It's the world's first luxury electric streetwear designed to bring the EDM environment to your body. So what DigiSilk does is actually syncs up with the songs that you're listening to and the collective of everybody else in the universe that's listening to that song at the same time. And it's hitting you with that heartbeat, that EDM beat, that BPM that makes us dance and rave and have a great time that we go to these festivals for, but in the comfort and the safety of our own homes. But the best part is whenever the festivals do open up back and you do end up in person with a bunch of people wearing DigiSilk, you actually sync up and it connects you with the DJ. Imagine DJ David Guetta on stage playing his songs. The entire crowd is synced up. That's DigiSilk. It's the future of electric streetwear. Buy it today.
Nice.
All right.
So did you say it had haptic feedback? Like you feel the beats?
Oh, like the heartbeat. Yes.
Nice. I dig it. It's gonna be
I'll be
tough
honest,
one.
none of these went where I thought they were going to go.
Same. I actually changed mine because I thought someone was going to use that idea. So I was like, I'm going to trick them and go somewhere else.
All
All right.
So as I understand this here, we have Tim, the magical mirror integrated with my television shows where I can replicate an on-screen character's wardrobe. Tomer, I have robotic silkworms that can 3D print just about anything. And Darby, EDM streetwear. Guys, these are all great ideas, right? So I have I have a fundable card in front of me, and I have a funny card in front of me. Now, I think that the fundable card I'm going to give to Tim on the basis that it's an API first product that can easily hook into all of this, that we sell to brands on a CPA basis. It's an easy sell. You know, I know I can scale that. It's really there. So I like that a lot.
Can't argue with that many acronyms, I'll be honest.
Yeah, well, you should see the dashboards I build. If you want acronyms. The funny card. The funny card, I'm going to give to Tomer. Here's the reason. I love it, right? My only hang up with why I didn't give you the Fundable card is like, dude, how do you feed these robotic silkworms? Like, you need to have like a supply chain to support this mass production from these silkworms, and that's just not where my expertise is. But holy shit, I actually imagined not a million little silkworms building these things, but just one giant one that you had underground that it would just like, you know, lay an egg or like a house or something out of it. And
I mean, in all honesty, we're created, and our board is mainly robotic overlords, and this is really just a way to get in at the ground floor for matrix level stuff.
Okay, I dig it.
Thanks for funding us.
Oh, that is funny. That is too funny,
dude. All right,
awesome. That was a great first round. That was a solid first round. I am going to take the role as the second investor. So I'm going to pick a card for y'all, and it is Homes to Go. Homes to Go. And that is going to be, I don't know where my discard is, in the number 2, tech and apps industry. Tech and apps industry. I'm going to go ahead and set this timer.
Okay. Homes
Timer
to Go
started.
In tech and apps. While that's happening, Tim, you have something you feel like chatting about, my friend, or updating us on?
I do.
Cool.
I do. So I'll get the timer ready.
All right.
So lots is going on. Lots going on. We have some really fun things happening. I want everybody to do us a favor. If you're listening to this live, or you're listening to it later, or possibly on the podcast, subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We want to make more videos, more engaging, fun business/fun videos for you and potentially with you. So my call to action for you right now is please go check out our YouTube video, our podcast. I can show you I can share the link with you guys on where to get that. And if you want to be part of the show, please let us know, and we'll send you over the application. And I did not stop that sound. How do you stop the sound? I just had a
I'll show you how to send an email as well later. Don't worry about it.
So you get a pigeon, right? And a quill.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Darby looks like he's still thinking. Let's go with Alex first. Let's see what Alex is pulled out.
You got it. So here's the thing. Today I'm bringing you Homes to Go in the tech and apps category. This is, right, we all remember the early days of Uber, right? I was skeptical, right? Like the fact that I could push a button on my phone and get a ride somewhere like that is ridiculous. But here's my question. Why would we stop at rides? Why not stop at people? Homes to Go gives you your own personal hype man on demand, right? Like you're trying to go out. It's a Tuesday. None of your friends, they all have jobs in these things, right? Like you need a homie. You need a homie to go out with you. And who better to do this than your personal hype man, right? Like, dude, you could walk into any bar, get like a big announcement, right? Like now entering Alex Steeno, first of his name, like ruler of. Dude, that would be incredible, right?
You have been watching Game of Thrones.
I'm in the mode. You don't want to.
First of his name.
My poor girlfriend, dude. It's like you don't know the half of it. Homes to go. Yeah. Push button, get your own personal homie hype man on demand.
I really like that. So what's the price point on a homie to go?
They're hourly. The dude, he's in high demand, right? So we charge hourly. Each homie has their own price point, of course, because as we all know, not all homies are created equal.
That's true.
So we have, you got your high end homies, the dude who's like, if you've ever seen A Knight's Tale, right? Like, somebody calling out your name and titles before you joust. Yep. That guy might be pretty expensive. But then you're going to have somebody else who's more of a wingman, or, if you just don't want to drink alone, we got homies for you.
So I think I would like to, I don't know if you can customize your homie with skills, but I would always like, if I was walking in somewhere, I'd like the subtle approach where my homie goes in first and then just like crashes into a waitress and creates this big commotion. And then everybody just happens to be looking over at me. And I'm just like, hey, I think that would be a lot more fun. It would be like kind of a misdirect. I don't know if that's possible, but it's definitely.
No, you're right. That's in our phase 2 launch here is actually these a la carte services. So when you're going through the homie selection, you can just pop open an additional menu. Your checkbox will be there, misdirection, you name it, all for an additional fee, right? So, of course, that's mostly pure margin for us.
Phase 3 is just slowing down time. So you walk in all cool, like at like 0.3x.
right. You're in bullet time.
Yeah, actual bullet
There
time.
you go. That's going in the roadmap.
Yeah,
perfect. Sure. All right, Darby, let's see your homes to go.
All right. I'm sure we've all been there before. Homes to go and tech and apps is, I'll start over. Homes to go and tech and apps. I'm sure we've all been there before. We've been at a party and then this entrepreneur is there talking about their next great big business idea to everyone who will listen to them. You try to listen up. You try to be nice. You try to, entertain them. But sometimes you just want to step away, maybe slap them across the cheek a little bit and just tell them to go and drink a nice cup of lemonade to cool themselves a little bit. But what happens when you don't have that lemonade, and what happens when you just need a distraction? Well, Homes to Go is an app that only shows fake mansions to distract people from what they're actually thinking of, because it reads their mind, it goes into their thoughts, and it gets out their biggest, coolest homes that they could ever possibly imagine and completely gets them off of topic from what they're talking about so that they can start to think about what their next mansion is going to be when that big business idea that they're talking about actually makes them a lot of money. Chances are it's going to be a while. And so they'll get off in their own head thinking about this castle that they're going to buy. But now you save your ears and everyone else at the party from having to listen to their business idea with Homes to Go.
Blown away.
I missed it. Was it an app that shows you random things?
No, it shows you like the home of like your
home of your dreams.
Home of your dreams, right? So there's a lot of there's actually a lot of high tech involved. Proprietary technology. It's built on blockchain. Buzzword.
Classic.
Yeah, everybody drink.
Hashtag buzzword.
Our CPA is in CPMs are pretty through the roof.
Another drink.
Who's got
the whole time you were pitching, I was just watching Tomer's face and like guessing what eyebrow was going to go up next.
I have ones you haven't even seen, man.
Eyebrows or faces?
Eyebrows. It's a gift.
Excellent. Thank you for your time, Darby.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go ahead and give the stage to Tomer, if you will.
Homes to Go in tech and apps. Have you ever been out at dinner with your friends or significant others, and you're just a little tired, or you feel like you've gone out with them a bunch recently, and maybe conversation went into a lull? You wish you had something to spice things up and make it a little more fun. Here comes Homes to Go. It's actually Sherlock Holmes to Go. Guess what? It's a murder mystery party on the fly. No matter where you are, any dinner, with the snap of your fingers, it's a murder mystery party in your pocket. It comes with a bunch of apps for everybody, and everyone gets to hold up something next to their face, and it's an accessory. So maybe it's a cool mustache that like virtually augments your face, or it's a top hat, all on your phone. All 4 people get to play, and we'll find out who solved the mystery. Who's your homes to go? Get it today.
I like that a lot. So it's a toss-up between who's going to get the funny and who's going to get the fundable. Damn. Okay, so funny goes to Mr. Alex Steeno. And
Excellent.
because of we haven't hit market saturation, but there is an increase in market demand, I have to go with Sherlock Holmes to go. It's fundable.
2 for 2.
Well done, gents. Well
All
done.
right. All right. I like that a lot.
Oof. That was a tough one. Darby, I don't know what in the hell just happened.
Well, you know,
I'm going for most ridiculous here, and I'm really hoping I can just slide in when 2 people are going for like funny. So that's my game plan.
So our friend Cliff here, he has actually a question. He said, "Does the murder mystery app come with sound effects?"
of course, you got to have British accents.
Of course.
So there's literally a voice modulator that makes you British. It's perfect.
I hope that answers your question, Cliff. Thanks for the question.
There's an exclamation mark, but I like that. Great. Who's the next investor, Tim?
Let's go with Darby. He needs a break.
Okay.
I need a break. You're right.
All right. Why don't you pull some cards for him, my friend?
All right. We got Fry Smart.
Fry Smart.
And that is going to be in rolling the die. 10 home goods.
Okay.
Fry Smart and home goods. Setting the timer.
All right. Darby, why don't you catch us up right now on what's going on with you? Anything that that's popping off on your end for SideHustle, all the fun stuff. Always like hearing what's going on.
Yeah.
Cool.
On my end, I am having a lot of conversations with a lot of people on the interwebs to potentially showcase some SideHustle games to their audiences on their website, things of that nature. So looking to kind of grow my network on LinkedIn right now, specifically connecting with more people on Facebook, and just opening conversation to see how we might be able to, bring the game of SideHustle to new audiences. So my ask, if anyone watching this, if you know somebody who has a website or a newsletter or an email list or a Facebook group with people that might enjoy playing a game of SideHustle themselves, as I just make an introduction, happy to have a chat and see how we might be able to put together some win-win situations for everyone out there. Get this game out to more people.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
Darby, who would you like to go first? Were you about to volunteer? I think we have a volunteer.
I was about to volunteer because it was the first time I haven't gone.
I was about to pick Tomera. What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. I see how it is. All right. Fry Smart in home goods. Apologies, my associate mixed up the word. It's actually Friday Smart. And just so you know, every Friday, what is it? It's family night. And guess what we're going to do? I have no idea, honey. Well, guess what? Fry Smart has the answer for that. Every week, we prepare a Friday activity and game, movie, and dinner night, all bundled in one easy package for you. It's delivered on Wednesday, so you can prep on Thursday and play, enjoy, and have some screen-free family time on Friday. And by doing so, it comes with a new game. It comes with a food recipe, or a gift card to a local business, local like food business for delivery, and some fun questions that help you hang out with your family and converse. Having trouble connecting with your kids? Maybe you should ask them about that game that you know nothing about that they're playing all the time. Well, this will introduce you to that and explain what Minecraft is so you can relate to your children. Get Fry Smart. Be smart every Friday. Be with your family.
Nice.
I'm just going to make an observation that
Oh,
you don't like the way that our words are spelled in this game.
It's
like a subscription box to connect with your family.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Correct. And every once in a while, we do throw in fries. That's right.
I wish you would have started with that.
Oh, okay. You know what? You're right. You're right. Okay, so we're working on our branding, but I think our idea is pretty solid. So,
Great idea. Great idea. No further questions.
Fair enough.
All right. So FrySmart in home and goods industry is the first solar powered, sorry, I'm looking at the camera, the first solar powered tanning booth that uses the power of the sun to both cook you and run small appliances. You can charge your phone. It's way better than a backup generator. It is eco-friendly. Elon Musk was actually the first install that we had in California. Unfortunately, or fortunately, he has now moved into our backyard in Austin, Texas. And we are taking that system. He loved that initial system so much. He wants us to actually remove it from the other house and bring it to this one instead of getting a brand new one. It's twice the cost, but he feels so empowered by having a FrySmart in his house. So that is FrySmart in home goods.
Is Tesla acquiring you, or is they just a big fan of the product?
They want to, but they're just a big fan right now. We don't think we're ready for acquisition. We like the single life.
That's the one feature I feel like my Tesla is missing is the ability to cook me while I'm in it.
Correct.
Well, for those long road trips when you're not getting the sun that you need because you're in the car, I mean.
Well, who doesn't love driving butt naked as well? Just to get get the tanning that you really want. Nothing says I'm cool on the road like being an actual rotisserie chicken.
A rotisserie chicken.
I remember seeing pictures of people that were like leaving like Houston and stuff when the hurricanes were hitting, and like some people like didn't even have shirts on and they were just getting toasted.
Yeah.
Just being out on the road, just these massive like okay, that's not a good idea. You could still get sunburnt while you're in. I don't know if that validates your product or what that means.
Well, this is for your home. This is for your home. You put it in your pool. You can put it in your garage.
My question:
what we do?
Can it plug into a Tesla though? That's my question.
Definitely. It'll definitely charge a Tesla up.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah.
Awesome. Alex.
All right. So we all know about the craze that air fryers are bringing to homes everywhere around us. And we're also equally aware of the fads of alternative diets, whether that's keto or anything else you can imagine. FrySmart is the device that is a result of the convergence of these two trends. So FrySmart is literally a black box that you can put anything into and it'll output a julienne fried version of anything. Potatoes, dump it in. You get French fries. Kale, dump it in. Fried kale. Carrots, make carrots. Zucchinis, fried zucchini fries. A block of cheese, put it in there.
Cheese
Why
fries.
not a pork roast? Make yourself some pork fries. All the user has to do is put the object in it and it'll julienne it up, give it a fry, and dump it out the other side.
I dig it.
So you can just fry anything.
Yep. And you'll get fries. Only fries though. There's no other shape option. So I hope you didn't want any other shapes.
Are these French
Rectangular
fries?
polygons.
That's your USP, right? Like the
What's USB?
MVP.
What?
And it's only fries shapes, right?
Yep.
You're saying MVP?
No, unique value proposition, not
USP.
Yes.
UV.
Rectangular polygons.
I need to look up what Julian means though.
It's
It means
what,
like very thinly
Yeah,
sliced.
it's a very thin, like, yeah.
Okay. Well, Cliff here says that it's an underserved market, and I've got to agree. So let me just recap real quick. Tomer, Friday, Smart,
Julian.
connect with family, or connect with your family over potentially fries. Tim is a solar powered tanning booth that powers us.
Also powers, and you're home. In your home.
And Elon's a supporter, which is a plus.
Yep, he wrote me a Valentine's Day card because of it.
And Alex is the air fryer for alternate diets, but it only does Julian style shreds.
fries only.
Fries only. That's right. That's right. Fries only. This is a tough one, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This is a tough one.
I'm the future.
I'm a bit concerned that you don't want to sell to Elon right out the gate. What's that? I have a question for you, Tim. What's the exit strategy, if not just using it as a Tesla charger?
Insurance. I'm just going to burn the whole thing down to the ground and then invest all of our profits into real estate and then just put a match to it and then walk away.
Tim, with your device, it sounds like it's pretty easy for it to burn. So I don't think that's an issue.
Exactly. Well, actually, so we have a
Self-destruct
reticular
button?
arc system. Yeah, it's a reticular arc system that like when we want, it's like boom. And
Okay.
yeah, it's an app on my phone. It's a little finicky right now. We haven't gotten the app working perfect. Sometimes it just goes off.
It's all good. It's all good. I've made up my mind.
crossed, we got this.
Tomer, because of the name discrepancy, I think you have a great idea. I just think you need to work on the branding. So, Tim, Tim,
Just melted it, man, like ice
you
cream
get
on
you get the funny Tim, and Alex, you get the fundable.
Nice.
Vindictive.
You lost me at
You're
the
doing-
homes to go already. I'm like, that's not even Sherlock doesn't even spell his name like that.
We're lucky he gave out any cards. He could
Fair
have
enough.
like, no cards this round. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Actually, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
No, it is
So we'll-
not a good idea.
So we'll now we're gonna save our last round, more of our lightning round, for a little bit later. Is that right, Tim?
Yep. Right now, we're just going to get to know Alex a little bit better. See what makes Homeboy tick. What are some things you're cooking? What are some things you're eating? What are some things you're playing? Where have you been visiting in your area? I know you're new to that area. So what's like your favorite part over in Wisconsin?
Well, I'm not in Wisconsin.
You're not in Wisconsin.
No, I'm in Missouri.
You're sending everything to the wrong address. Missouri.
Yeah. No, it's like honestly, we're just hanging out a lot at home. Probably, yeah, I'm cooking a lot, and Natalie is gluten free, so trying to figure out how to make like stuff that's traditionally not gluten free. Like I think Friday night last week, I made chicken parm, and it turned out super great. Right, that normally has a fair amount of gluten in it, but with yellow lentil noodles and some like gluten free panko, we made it happen, and
Nice.
like almond flour. So.
Yep.
That honestly, guys, it turned out really good. It was awesome. And actually, I think, gluten-free aside, yellow lentil pasta is probably the greatest thing inside of humanity at this point, right? Did you know there are 22 grams of protein in one serving of lentil pasta? It's wild.
I did.
Yeah.
I did not know
It's-
that.
It's pretty good.
Our home is a little more gluten free as well, so I've been experimenting with every single product that they have over at in all the different stores in that aisle, because
Yeah.
Daddy needs pasta. So
I also learned that there's like a brand called Glutino, and they make like basically Glutino Oreos, and I think they're better than actual Oreos.
Yeah. They're
Those
the
are
OGs
awesome.
too. They're the OGs because I went gluten free probably close to 10 years ago. I had a stomach issue,
Yeah.
they were first one with like chocolate covered pretzels. Like they went bananas. Did you
Yeah.
know that Oreo now has a gluten free option?
I didn't. No.
Yep, just saw them for the first time. So I was in San Antonio during the storm a couple weeks ago, and everything was gone off the shelves. The freezer aisles were empty, but there was a giant stack of gluten-free Oreos. So that was the only thing like left in the store. I was like, I guess I can make breakfast with that.
Yeah,
So-
you can exist.
I have an interesting sort of segue here. Is Alex, have you worked with any food related brands in your in your work in terms of like a sort of food startups or like brands that were interesting in that
No,
regard?
honestly, I haven't. I
Yeah.
think that, one of the caveats is I think that a lot of really successful food startups generally have like one really solid product or maybe a couple as they get rolling. And generally what I do in my like more of these partnership agreements is like I don't charge like people a retainer or anything. It's just a percentage of sales. And I know one thing. I'm a big proponent of breaking even on my initial acquisition of the customer, or even potentially selling a loss leader that we can prove those customers come back and drive more value in the future. And so it's just a lot harder with one product. And so generally I look for like maybe 5 to 10 SKUs that are complementary products and not necessarily replaceative. So we have a strong economic argument there. And on that side of the things, the tracking is really important for driving that future value, and we have to measure that. Of course, if we're going to take products as a loss leader or even breaking even.
Regarding that,
one thing
go ahead.
all right. One thing I do like about the food idea, though, is it's really easy to build in future revenue, right? Because if I'm buying a food product, I'm going to have a very measurable time frame upon which I'm going to burn through that. And so then we can, get a subscription model. We can, generate resells of the same product. It's not like selling, like a side hustle game where, one household is probably going to have one game and maybe a couple gifts down the road. I know that I can, with food, somebody's going to burn through it in 30 days, 2 weeks. So I can get bulk orders, I can get subscription orders. And so everything's about unit economics for me. And that drives really good unit economics. So it's a good idea.
That's why we're doing side hustle popcorn next. But that's
You beat me to it.
Yeah.
You totally beat me to it. I'm like, all right, how do I see a joke in there?
So what I'm curious is just to understand sort of your model a little bit more, so that potential customers who are watching this can sort of put themselves in the shoes. You tend to focus on people who are selling or intend to sell on their own site primarily, and so that at least sales are trackable within that, like a Shopify or something of that nature.
Yeah.
Right. Or are you also do you also look at people who have wholesale built into their model? Right. Because that can, for example, for food, that is often a very big portion of their revenue. Right. So I'm curious how that sort of plays.
I would say generally, if somebody's selling on Amazon or a vast majority of wholesale and doesn't plan on going direct to consumer, it's generally less of a fit for what I do. And on the wholesale side of things, one thing I've seen customers do is they'll have a separate Shopify site for their wholesale customers. And so then we can at least get, like the lifetime value of these customers, or like how often they purchase, or the units or the SKUs. And sort of we get that extra dimension because we know where that sale came from. And it's not going to have as much rich data as we would see on a direct to consumer site. But that's what it comes down to for me. Is I want it to occur on their marketplace on their terms, so we own all the data, and then can also make sure we can drive as much value out of a given customer or acquisition as we can. At the end of the day, we're building cash machines. We want to know for every dollar we put into a campaign or a channel, how many dollars are we getting out? And then the only bottleneck is cash.
To piggyback on that, and a conversation that you and I should definitely have later is that my primary business outside of Side Hustle is essentially an Amazon management service, which acts very similar to yours, where we partner with a brand and help them essentially take themselves to the next scalable level on Amazon through a revenue share service, because we found that it actually helps a lot with a sort of shared goal. We're all striving for growth in that regard. And the more I've been working with these brands, the more I've seen that just doing the Amazon portion of it is fantastic and builds their, it quadruples their revenue in that regard. But building the brand on the other side is often where these smaller businesses are not looking at it as a holistic approach. And I really appreciate that that's what you're bringing to the table. I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think, I always break every initiative I do into one of 4 buckets, right? It's either acquisition, conversion, retention, or like data infrastructure to support these initiatives. And I think Amazon is probably obviously one of the best acquisition channels, but we have to build in mechanisms. And I'm sure you do this mechanisms, maybe like a promo code, like come to our site and we'll give you 10% off your next purchase. Well, that code only exists for Amazon orders. And so you can attribute Amazon as an acquisition channel that way. And so, I think that's like the biggest value of it, honestly. But to, be mono channel like that really limits growth and retention. And, so much stuff is just out of your control. What if you get a competitor that undercuts you by 50% and you can't support the margin and lose all your sales, right? It's all the eggs are not in your own basket. So I think about things from a very mechanistic point of view, and I see Amazon as a acquisition mechanism, but not a scaling mechanism.
Is there a brand that you're able to talk about right now that you're working with that is an interesting case study, or one that you're excited about at the moment?
So one of my bigger clients is a company called It's Today Media, and they are they're an agency that Sorry, I gotta think about this for a second. Actually,
that's all right. I did not prep.
No,
we did not prep you on that question.
Yeah. Unfortunately, when you guys release this, I'm gonna need you to cut that.
Yeah, no worries. It's my job.
Okay. Yeah, I can't talk about them.
No worries.
So then I definitely like to showcase Natalie's brand, which is called The Mystical Movement. And so it's an interesting case study because we have somebody with an incredible product. And with that, somebody who has obviously, and through testimonials and everything, proven that they make a significant difference in the lives of their clients. But her primary acquisition channel for most of her business has just been her Instagram feed. And we're all familiar with the concept of audience fatigue. And so, she's seen plateaus. And so when you have a great product, right, generally all you need to do is just get fresh eyeballs on it. Fresh eyeballs that fall into the same category of people that you've already helped. And one of the ways to do that is, of course, paid ads, right? And, when she had talked about wanting to run ads, and I'm like, that's awesome, right? That's great. But let's make sure we can attribute it to these acquisition channels. And that's such a good case study of, she was going to run ads anyways. And we can anecdotally connect the dots, right? If you're not running ads and you start running ads and you spend a few $100s, and you get these random people find you, it's probably the ads. But we can make this deterministic, and there's it's not that hard to do. And so, we're running ads on a couple of different platforms, and when we get sales, we'll be able to tell exactly how much we pay to drive that sale, and eventually a return value, and hopefully that'll be a mechanism for us.
That's great.
Awesome.
I'm curious if anyone else is welcome to jump in with a question, but sort of your path to this moment in your life in terms of your business journey, right? Like, where did you kind of start from to become an entrepreneur like yourself at the moment? Was this your focus from the beginning, or where did you have a few intermediary steps?
Yeah, it's been a crazy journey, guys. like anybody who knows me knows I actually come from a science background. So I have a degree in chemistry. And so I had started there, and I had sort of just fallen into a tech startup at the end of college, and we had built a tech-enabled service that did pretty well, and I built out a lot of the back end of this. So I just realized, like, yeah, how this works, and like this is really interesting. But what I realized is I'm really good at startups, right? And like Tomer, maybe from like a little bit I know about you, you can relate to this. But as a generalist, it's really hard to figure out where exactly you plug in. And so when your skill set spans this breadth of it, I knew that I wanted to do something with startups because I knew that I wanted to wear a lot of different hats. I was lucky enough to meet one of the executives of a company called TopTal, TOPTAL, and I worked on their growth team for a while and eventually led one of the teams there, and just figured out I'm really good at growth. And like the reason this all comes back to chemistry is, if you guys ever remember this concept of stoichiometry, right? Like it's the math you did in chemistry. Well, it's like the same thing as growth marketing, right? It's like if I know I pay, or it's like if I know that every new customer I acquire is worth $500, and I know that I convert web visits to customers at a rate of 3%, and I know, I know what I can. And then from there, if I want to achieve like a 3x return on investment, I can then do the math with the units to figure out what the max I can pay per click is, right? And so, you can build out these equations that just do marketing for you. And it's such a weird parallel, but that's what it is.
When net in is net out, and you can see if you're tracking everything, you can see where waste is, and that can be, entropy, etc. in your calculations, which is fantastic. I actually really like that. As someone with an engineering background, I relate to tangible measurements, and it's often difficult to do so because some things are a little more ephemeral. Brand as a concept, it can be difficult, but is also still very important, right? And so, but when it comes to spend, it's often very much can be scientific, and the better it is, the easier it is to sell to customers as well, clients, I would say, in order to make them feel comfortable about what you're providing. I think that's really important, and I like that you speak that way.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. What I'm curious about, though, the move out there to Missouri. Tell me about what brought you there specifically, and what have you enjoyed the most about your new hood?
Sure. Yeah. I remember it was like February, March, right? And like things were really starting to kind of hit the fan with COVID, and the bet, right? Like when we were coming to this decision, well, one, Natalie, my girlfriend, has family out here, and her sister actually just had her first baby back in October. And so, it was really cool to be there for that. And we knew we weren't going to get to be around a lot of people, and to kind of go through that and like see now this child grow like over the last almost 6 months at this point. It's so cool, right? And like we get a very finite amount of times in our life to do that. And like, I don't really want kids. She doesn't want kids. And so like this is a cool way to kind of get to go through that experience for us.
The best friend's dog. Yeah. You don't need to have the pet.
Exactly.
That's lovely.
Yeah. Precisely.
That's really adorable.
Yeah. And the bet with COVID was that we were going to do this for a couple of years. And as much as I loved my roommates in Austin, I couldn't live in a 1,000 square foot apartment day in and day out with all of us there. And so like we knew we needed space, right? And like thankfully this city, for the same price that I was going to put in for a house in Austin, I can live in a 6,000 square foot house here. And so we have room for guests, which we always have coming in and out. And like we each have our own offices, and there's like a gym and a dance studio for Natalie. And
awesome.
We have the space, right? So it's, if I can't go anywhere, right, I might as well just maximize where I can go. And I had been wanting to buy a house for a while anyways. And, even so, amass rental properties. And this was kind of the first step. So
another place we intersect. Well done.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, I'll just say, Alex, thank you so much for being candid and bring some interesting points to the table.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think what we'll do now is spike our energies back up with another accelerated round of side hustle
Yes,
before we hit the road and tell everyone where we can find everything. Let's say this. First of all, yeah, Side Hustle is available on Amazon at the moment, and go grab your copy today, and leave us a review, because it very much helps us. As everyone knows, that it provides that social proof, and that you know us, that you enjoy it, and let's have some fun. So, you guys ready to have a little more fun?
Let's rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All righty. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take it from here, Tomer. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the lightning round. If you're looking at this, it's a really cool effect of lightning crashing.
We're going to get
this is I was going to add sound to this actual, this video. I was like, I don't know, it might be a little bit obnoxious for people listening. So we'll just do the ourselves.
Definitely less obnoxious, Tim.
Yeah, by a factor of 10. So this is the lightning round. So what happens is the last investor, which is Tomer, he's going to just be going ahead. Actually, do we do you as the last investor, or have we been doing?
Right now, we're going to do myself as the last investor, and the way, just to make it easy enough, and we'll, or we haven't discussed the other alternative, so we'll figure that out next.
Yeah, it's kind of like a wild card round, so it changes every week, but it's just another fun way to play this, to really test our chops and see if we're focused. So each one of us are going to get our own individual business idea, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the industry die, and we're all going to be in the same industry, but with different businesses. Capiche?
Sure. So what's going to happen, to clarify that a little bit more, is that each of you is going to get your own separate card. Tim is going to lift it up. He's not going to see what it is until he lifts it up, and you're going to pitch on the spot. No hesitation. First thing that comes to your mind. And then I will be giving out cards from there. And yes, my evil side will come out. But Tim, why don't you take it away? Roll the industry die first.
The industry is going to be media and entertainment. Media and entertainment is the industry. And let's see, who's going first?
Let's have
Alex.
All right. Alex, you ready to go?
What was the industry one more time?
Media and entertainment. And it's
media and entertainment, bottom butter. And media entertainment is the, it is the place that you go. It is that niche part. It's like the what's the name of it? There's a political website that has that's exactly this, but bottom butter, right? Like these are the juiciest stories you could imagine on any celebrity, right? It's like it's the hub where you can find the bottom butter on all the people you want to know the things about that, what they do, and how they like their coffee, or maybe who's sneaking in their back door at night. That's what and we are a platform that pays our paparazzis well. So dude, if you like stalking celebrities, we will pay top dollar for you to collect some bottom butter for us.
Damn.
Yep, that's what it is.
I'm digging that.
All of that can be taken out of context.
No need to. The context is good enough. Well, Alex, thank you for presenting bottom butter.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
That was delicious and fattening.
Creamy.
All right, let's have Darby go next.
All right, I gotta type this out and say it. So give me the industry first.
The same industry, media and entertainment.
Yep. Yeah, we're all going to do media and entertainment. Media and entertainment.
Okay, Darby, let's clean it up. Ready, Tim?
Yep. 3, 2, boom booms.
Boom booms in media and entertainment. Darby, take it away.
Boom booms in media and entertainment. It's powder puff football high school on steroids. We've all been there. We remember those days when we were in high school ready to play the powder puff game. But, like now that we're not in the powder puff league anymore, we're looking for more entertainment. We're taking a mix of the Lingerie Football League. We're taking a mix of the NFL. We're taking a mix of high school powder puff football, and we're smashing it all together for Boom Booms. It's where, what's the thing you put the big bubble on? You can just run around. It's a mix of that.
Zorbs.
Yeah, Zorbs, whatever you want to call it. Just Boom Booms. It's just people running into each other doing insane stuff on the field at all times for your entertainment. Injuries, plenty. We've got them all. Boom Booms. Just come and just lose yourself.
Can you list 4 injuries, please?
Yeah, we've got like a few broken Achilles. We've got a few shoulder dislocations. We've got a clavicle split, and then some dude's spleen exploded the other day. It was pretty epic.
Very good TV. I agree.
Yeah, I hope you have good lawyers.
Boom booms.
Boom booms.
Thank you, Darby. I appreciate that, and I
You're
worry
welcome.
about the legal ramifications. But I don't feel like it's that much different than Wipeout or MXC. If anyone ever watched the
Dude.
Most Extreme
God,
Challenge,
Yeah.
That's why I wear headbands now.
it's on Amazon Prime if you guys have it, and it is great. Like right before you're going out for a drink or something, it is energizing and hilarious. Thank you,
that's
Darby,
good.
for Boom Booms.
Yeah.
Okay, Tim, are you ready to go?
I'm ready. So how do you want to do this if Darby has to type it? So Darby,
Just-
you got your typing fingers
Nope.
ready?
Oh, I'm
No,
typing.
we're good. In media and entertainment, Tim, your thing is Hoop Site.
Hoop Site
Hoop-
Media Entertainment. It is 24-hour live broadcast of professional hula hoopers. Now, this is what you don't know. It is the first ARG, augmented reality game, where each day leading up to, what's the thing they have in the desert? Oh man.
Burning Man?
Sorry, I had Burning Man, yeah. So it's an augmented reality game that each day there will be a clue at some point in the day of you watching this live hula hoop streamer letting you know of the new location of the new version 2.0 of the Burning Man. It's not called Burning Man anymore. And that's going to be revealed on the final episode the day before the festival. So Hoop Site is the 24-hour live stream hula hoop site sponsored by Hooperific, our number one sponsor. And that is it. That's my got.
Cool. It's a hula hoop website. Hoop Site.
It's a hoop site. if you will.
You added a lot of other adjectives to that, but that is it.
I don't go blank very often, but when I do, it's an epic fashion. It's
Yeah.
like blank. It's
It's noticeable. Alex, remind me the name of your business. What was that again?
Bottom butter.
Right. Gotta get those bottom butter jeans, right? All right. Let me give a quick summary here. And Tim or Darby, could you hold up the Funny or Fundable cards for me?
Yep.
So, to repeat, we have in media and entertainment, Alex with Bottom Butter, which is essentially the hot goss about Ryan Gosling, and all your other celebrities, just the nittiest, grittiest, weird stuff. I mostly assume it has to do with their food and stuff. I really just imagine a bunch of paparazzi digging through trash, which works. It works.
You're not wrong. You know, you got to do what you got to do.
If it bleeds, it leads. And we got Darby with Boom Boom, which is essentially throwing people in Zorbs at each other while cheerleaders of all sorts throw themselves around. It's essentially a melee. And that's
describe it.
yeah, so that's fascinating too.
Absolute
And then
chaos.
yeah, Tim with Hoop Site, which is a hoop site.
Dot.
Dot,
That's it. That's it.
.com. That's about it. Well, I'm gonna have to say that for funny, I'm gonna give that to Darby because
Yes.
I am scared. I'm scared of what's gonna happen with it, and I feel like it would be watched, but would be shut down after 2 episodes.
Canceled quick.
And I have to say, for Fundable, man, people love celebrity gossip. So Alex, you get the Fundable card.
Oh yeah.
And the tally goes to you, Alex. Alex, you got 3. Everybody else got 2 except for Darby, who got 1 as usual.
Great job, gentlemen.
Number 1.
Great job, gentlemen.
Well done, Alex.
Awesome.
Alex.
That really concludes. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Tomer?
No, go ahead. I was going to give the outro. Please take your time. Do it.
Yeah. So thank you, everybody, for being here. We love that you're here with us live. Don't forget that if you watch us live every Tuesday at 2 p.m. CST, you can go ahead and sign up to actually have some conversations with us. And we'll actually broadcast your questions, your comments, and even some of your pitches if you can type fast enough. We'll go ahead and do that. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's really important that we see subscribers out there so we can make more content that's both funny and fundable. Make sure that you sign up for Side Hustle Live. If you're an entrepreneur or you're not an entrepreneur or you're a college student or whatever you are, if you want to be on Side Hustle Live and you want to have some fun with us, go ahead and do that. And just as Tomer said earlier, go on Amazon, grab a copy for your home of the Side Hustle game, and don't forget that you can play this with your friends. The main reason that we're doing this is to show how easy and flexible this game is to play with your friends online or at home. All right, we love you guys all. Alex, thank you so much for being
Alex,
here.
let's repeat where you are, can be found online, because we want to make sure that we can find you. Alex, could you share with that for us again?
Absolutely. You can add me on Facebook. My last name is Steeno, Steeno. Find me on LinkedIn or shoot me an email. It's just the letter X at alexsteeno.com.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Any other final notes, gentlemen?
No, that's it. Alex, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it, and we'll definitely have a chat outside of this.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. It's been real.
All right. Stay safe, everybody.
Peace out, viewers.